been a wife, but let me tell you something. Being a wife is making sure you have the soap powder. The wife is making sure you might throw those clothes in the washing machine. Being a wife is not coming to pick up your drawers after you. That is not.
Who said you had to pick up the drawers? Y'all want to go do it. This is my point here with that. We always act like that's such a big thing. Like, especially for the women. Wait a minute. Especially for the women that got kids. Y'all should be cleaning the house anyway. Y'all should be cooking anyway. So you cook.
Great catch. I'm a great wife. I'm a great this. And it's like that hasn't been validated.
All these single girls of yours too. I don't know.
The one thing that I'm seeing is that when you're dealing with a grown-ass man,
there it is.
He has a vision and a purpose for his life.
Facts. What he wants in the future.
And what I see is that a lot of these modern women don't want to fall into and play their part in that purpose and in that vision because they have their own purpose and their own vision. I think a lot of women get it confused. Not your responsibility to motivate a man.
Right.
A man should have his own motivation, his own direction. Your job is to inspire. It's a complete difference. I think a lot of ladies get a man.
What's good, everybody? Welcome back to Kandid Konvos. I'm your host, Quay Price. Let me mute you for a minute, Vince. We got Chloe on deck. We got Vince on deck. Say what's up to the people, y'all.
Hey, everybody. Happy Wednesday.
Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. Hey, when you pop up, Vince, just unmute yourself when you pop up, man. But yeah, shout out to y'all joining us as well tonight. We appreciate you as always supporting the show, rocking with the platform. You want to say something, man?
Hey, how y'all doing this evening? I'm getting my drink together, so it's gonna be a hot one tonight. I'm ready.
All right, good stuff. Listen, shout out to everybody joining us tonight. We got a couple comments coming in already. Let's see. Shout out to my guy Donovan. He said, "Good evening, everyone. What's going on with your brother? We appreciate you as always." Shout out to Crystal Reed in the building. Man, shout out to Crystal Reed. Crystal Reed been showing love. Shout out to Crystal Reed in the building. Appreciate you as always. Rocking with the platform. Like I said, for all of my folks who are watching right now, do me a favor and hit that like button. Hit that like button. Likes are free. So I said we got folks checking in from YouTube and Facebook. So hit that like button. Hit that share button as well. Let's see. Shout out to Kenyatta in the building. She said, "Hello, everyone. Happy Wednesday." Appreciate you, sis. Holding us down every Wednesday with the Happy Wednesday. Yeah, we got the Happy Wednesday ladies in the building. All right. So let me do this real fast. Let's see. Yeah. So we got folks on deck. Yeah, YouTube and Facebook. All right. So let me do this real quick while I'm thinking about it. Let me get this panel link up here real quick. All right. So here's the link to join us on the panel. You can drop this in your Google Chrome, your Microsoft Edge, your Apple device. I said if you are using an Apple device, you would need to use Safari as your browser to use this link here. But this allows you to join us on the panel. You do have the ability to cut your camera off if you choose, but we always encourage you to keep your camera on for better show, better engagement. And like I said, it makes it a little easier for you to comment. You don't have to do as much typing. You can just say what you want to say. All right. So we also have this link in all of the chat feeds as well. So you can catch it at the Kandid Konvos page on YouTube or Facebook, or you can send me a message directly at Quay Price on Facebook, and I'll send you this link if needed. Or you can drop us a comment. We'll get it to you that way as well. But we'll lead us up here for a little bit as we get into the show. All right. Trying to think any housekeeping tonight. No, I think we are good. Okay. We all ready to go on and get started?
Let's go.
All right. You got that crown together, Vince. We ready, man? I hear that. All right. So topic for tonight. Moms fed up. Stop using men for meals. Yeah, I think this is going to get interesting. Topic for tonight. Let me run that back. Moms is fed up. She says, stop using men for meals. All right. So as you all know, let's say these videos get sent my way or come my way by any means. Tonight is no exception. So we got an interesting video. Actually, I got two interesting points that we'll touch tonight, or two topics we'll touch tonight. But yeah, we got to get into this first one. This is going to be interesting. So let's go ahead and have this conversation.
The first restaurant he gonna take you to, what's the last restaurant your daddy took you to? Because you shouldn't be coming to him to be your daddy. That's not his role. It's a first date. I want y'all to bring that down to level 3. Y'all way on 10 with this foolishness and want to embarrass somebody. My second question is, have you ever been anywhere? Where do you take yourself? Let me see your checkbook registry. Let me log into your bank account and see what you feed yourself on a regular basis. Where do you take yourself for lunch or dinner? That's the next question I want you to answer. And then the third thing about this, come on back over here, because I need you to understand what time it is. Right. A real lady is going to be there for the purpose of what it's for. She's not looking for food because she's hungry that she can't afford so she can take it to go and get a doggy bag. I'm going to wrap this up to go. Why? You ain't going to have food tomorrow? That's a poverty mindset. So a first date, again, is to get to know the person, correct, to hang out, have fun. Y'all should be laughing and talking. It don't need to be a steakhouse. We don't even know if you worth a steak. You might just be worth a piece of bread. So ladies, young ladies, grow up. Get some maturity about yourself. Y'all buying titties, lashes, booties, and everything else. And you want somebody else to feed you. Save your money, stop buying your body, and put it to the side so you can have some food. That's not a man's responsibility. Now, once you dating a man, and once he get to know you, and y'all vibing, and he want to take you to a nice restaurant, guess what that means? You well deserving of that. He think enough about you to make a reservation. But some of you don't have reservations about your mouth. You talk bad, you disrespectful, you ghetto, you trifling, you don't have an income that substantiates what you want this man to do. You don't reserve being lazy. You full out lazy. You have no reservations on that. But you want the men to make a reservation for a restaurant, but you don't reserve what's between your legs. You passing it out like candy. You rated E for everybody.
Oh my, all righty.
Ooh-wee. Man, topic for the night. Moms fed up. Stop using men for meals. Okay. So this video came my way. I'm sure as you guys all saw, it was the mom and the son. The mom was letting the ladies have it because I guess she is hitting a point of frustration with these ladies and how they are treating these young men, in her case, her son. And she clearly does not approve of it. So she was letting it loose. She wasn't holding anything back. She called it all out. So yeah, I think that there is a conversation there. Just for the simple fact that this is a mama. Yeah, this is a mama getting on social media to talk about what she sees that is wrong as a female. So yeah, I think this is a worthy conversation to get into. So yeah, let me go to the panel. Let me go down to the comments. Actually, we got a couple comments real fast. Let's see. Kenyatta said, "Go off, mama." Okay. All right, Kenyatta sound like she in support. She's in support. Let's see. Donovan said, "Amen, amen, amen." Damn, E for everybody. Yeah, moms wasn't playing, man. Moms wasn't playing. But everybody drop a comment. Let me know what you thought about the video. Give me input on it. Let me go to the panel. So Chloe Vince. So just based on what y'all just saw, what y'all thinking, was she making sense? Was she not? Was she out of pocket? Yeah, let me know y'all thoughts. Either one of y'all go first. Chloe or Vince, either one.
I mean, it was the rated E for everybody for me. I mean, this is I mean, truer words have never been spoken. Like, I think that it's really like a spirit of entitlement that is running rampant right now. Like, it's running rampant through this generation. It's running rampant through the just the population in general. But no one seems to be embodying this spirit like a single woman. Like, the single woman and the entitlement spirit is just a whole nother beast right now. I saw another young lady on a completely different TikTok talking about how she don't want to go on a coffee date because her concealer that she puts on her face, her concealer alone costs $30. So in order for her to want to put concealer on her face and do her makeup and do her face and everything, she should at least be going to a nice dinner if she has to make that type of investment. And I just think it's absolutely insane. You're supposed to be focused on meeting someone that could potentially be your person. So I guess I just don't understand making the place you meet at the issue when you're potentially talking about your future.
Right.
You're literally talking about your future. This person could potentially be your person. And, you know, maybe they're not, but they could be. So it shouldn't matter where y'all meet, wherever you guys meet, because what you're trying to do is figure out, is this my person? Y'all running around here like chickens talking about ain't no men, where the men at? And then for the men that are around you, you want to demand what they do with their money when it comes to just meeting you for a first date. This is just the first date. And I just think that, you know, we're missing a point. But then women want to have a problem with the fact that men are holding on tighter to their wallets these days. Well, yeah, because they're not stupid. The reason why you care so much about going on some super extravagant adventuristic date or some super extravagant dinner date is because you already know that you're probably not going to get a second date. You're not going to get a second one. So you need this one to be the best, because this is going to be your meal. This is going to be your entertainment. So this needs to be the best, because you already know you're not getting a second date. You're not thinking long term because you already know how this goes. Let me guess, you've been going on date after date after date after date, and they're not panning out. So you're like, you know what? I need to have a good first date because I'm probably not going to have another one. But the common denominator in all the dates are you. So the question you need to ask yourself is, why is that? Maybe you should spend more time preparing yourself mentally and emotionally, spiritually, instead of spending the same amount of time that you're spending on your concealer on your face. It's the priority.
That's real. That's real right there. That's real right there. You want to say something, Vince? Go ahead, man.
I have a little different take as usual.
Go ahead.
I understand her what she's saying, but I think her attention needs to be on her son and not on these women. Her attention needs to be on her son and how to equip him to make better decisions for himself. Because if it's the first date, you probably have had 2 or 3 conversations with her. Now, sometimes you haven't, but after 2 or 3 conversations, you would know what she's about. So then after 2 or 3 conversations, you should say, you know what? Either she not in my league, or I can't afford to date her and move on to something else. But see, men sometimes are stupid, and we start to sell dreams, start to try to put up a front like we got it just because she's pretty or just because I want to have sex, and that's part of the problem. Men need to know their worth. That's why I wore my Worthy shirt. I was talking to my son today. He just broke up, with his high school, college / sweetheart. And I don't know if I told y'all the story. He after he graduated, they decided to move to New York. My son and his girlfriend are creatives. If you understand what I'm saying, they're creatives. So, first time I met the young lady, nice young lady, she pulls up to the house in a Lexus. Okay. What your father do? Oh, he's a professor at Howard, and my mother is a stay-at-home mom. Okay. Filling out, okay. So, one evening, she's sitting talking to me and Remy, and she said, man, I would love to have a house on the lake. I looked at Malik, who's my son, I said, oh, she got a house on the lake. You need to get yourself together pretty fast, young man. So he called me today and he was like, Pops, I'm so appreciative of you telling me the real. And the one thing I'm proud that he did was they were able to separate, because at this point at 27, he couldn't give her what she expected. He had a lot, graduated from one of the best schools in the United States. And I told him point blank, I said, Malik, she is with you because of potential. But pretty soon, that potential is going to have to turn over to some realities, because she has high standards. And it's not about, her father is a professor at Howard. She graduated from Howard. So she has some standards, and I don't think there's nothing wrong with that. She wants to be married. She wants to be a wife. Nice young lady. So sometimes we got to keep it real, because I don't blame for people for what they want. My question is, can you get it? Now, if you're a young lady and you want to go to Eddie D's every night, I don't have no problem with that. But can you get the guy that's going to do that? And if you can't, that's the problem. Right. And fellas, I tell these fellas all the time, find your purpose, find your gift, and find a woman that wants to cooperate with that. If you're a teacher, you need to find a woman that want to live on a teacher's salary. If you're a woman and you want to find a man who want to pay all the bills, then you need to get a man what he wants so he can pay all your bills. So it's a little different. I think she needs to concentrate more on her son's picking than the girls. Because my thing is, why is that even the issue? Like I told my youngest son, who's 19, I said, you better date your pocketbook. You can only afford Applebee's. Now, when he was going out with us, and I was paying the bill, yeah, he was going to Eddie B's and Morton's, but I was picking up the bill then. You can't do what I do. Right. So you better find you a young lady that's okay with that and understand your situation. So I don't have no problem with people wanting what they want. My question is why you're not getting it. Right.
Yeah, and I think that's a part of the issue, right? So I agree with both of y'all, right? So both of y'all have valid points from the video, and I'm gonna circle back to the comments in a minute, but both of y'all got valid points to the video, but I think for me, this problem is on both sides. And what I mean by that is, I do agree with you, Vince, because that was a note that I just took. The fact that the mom in the video had to pull the son back in the frame. Right. That right there showed me that he's not seeing the importance of what his mom was talking about. He's zoning out. He off in the corner. She like, no, get back over here. Let me, so you can understand what I'm putting down right now. Right. So I did observe that. Right. So that showed me something about the young fella. But then I think also at the same time, the piece that I think is crucial to this is that the mom is a female. If she's a female, just like these young ladies who are dating her son. And I'm sure that mom has been there and done that. So she knows how this thing is going to play out. Yeah, but that's why I really wanted to have this conversation, right? I think when we get to a point where we have mamas re-injecting themselves back into this current day situation or this current day dating pool, that says a lot. Yeah, these mamas grown. They married, mama had a ring on. She got a whole husband, family. She can care less. But when a mama gets to the point, especially that has a son, when she gets to the point where she feels like she has to re-inject herself and take her grown self and get on social media and literally make a video so that possibly this video will get in front of some of these young ladies, that tells me or confirms to me that we got a problem. Yep, and it is a major problem. Yeah, we've gotten to a point where everybody is just so entitled and selfish. Yeah, it's like the stuff that we are doing out here, we're doing things and then we want to complain after we do things. All right, so let me put that in perspective. We're out here trying to, I'm gonna call it what it is, trying to use a lot of these guys for these free meals and free outings and all of this stuff, knowing that we ain't putting in no serious intentional work. But we'll literally be out here casually dating. These guys are paying for these dates, taking you to places that you don't even take yourself. And then we'll play over these guys. But then in the same breath, we'll come back and say, ain't no good men out here, or ain't no dudes trying to holler at me. And it's like, well, sis, you just played over 5 of them last week. So like you contributing to that problem. Yep, and the fact that now we have an example of a mama who has to inject herself, because at the end of the day, as parents, you got to think about who's coming after you. Right? So even some of these conversations right now, some of these conversations we're having right now is hopefully to affect some change for the younger folks coming behind us. Yep, I got sons. So my sons, like, these are the type of young ladies that they're going to have to deal with. Like, I see that as a problem. Yeah, this mother in this video, she's looking at this like, wow, these the young ladies that my son got to choose from. Like, these are the young ladies, like my son is out here, just got his little job. He over here busting these tables, you know what I'm saying, making his little check. And now he over here trying to, be a gentleman. And these young ladies just using him like she don't like it. Yep, and as a parent, you're not gonna like that, because at the end of the day, you want the best thing for your child. Yeah, but if this is what things are turning into, something got to be said. Did you want to say something, Chloe? You good?
Yeah, no, I did actually. I just simply disagree. I disagree with the notion that she should be talking to her son, because she was talking to her son. The way she phrased everything that she said was more of a, I want to talk to y'all about how these women are and why, kind of like from a perspective of, this is not how women should be conducting themselves. Women should be conducting themselves in this way. So it was almost like, hey, as a mom, I'm telling you, this is what you watch out for. And young ladies, this is the wrong mindset for you to have, right? You shouldn't be having this mindset. A man should not be doing this for you. A man should not be doing that for you. In turn, that's communicating to her son, I need to watch out for these types of women, because why are they asking me to buy them this meal? I just met you. And yeah, okay, we had a couple of conversations, but that ain't got nothing to do with sitting across from somebody somewhere and really meeting face to face and getting to know. See, that's the difference. This is how we used to have to be. We had to be in person, but now everybody's dating through apps and through social media. So yeah, the couple conversations that I had with you were long distance conversations. So when I sit down with you somewhere to talk to you, that's when I'm really going to get a better read on who you are. Because you can tell me anything across the internet.
Right.
Anything. But now I'm sitting in front of you and I get to read your body language and I get to ask questions and I get to see how you respond. Not only that, I get to see how your attitude is when I ask you to meet me for a cup of coffee. I get to see how you respond to that, because that tells me something about you too. Like, it's okay. It's okay for a man not to want to spend $150 to $200 to $300 on you on the very first date. It's okay. That doesn't mean he's broke. And I'm sorry, but I call Kat on this standard stuff, because she's absolutely right. You guys have standards when it comes to not wanting to meet for a coffee date and only wanting to go to a 5-star meal, but you don't have standards about who you sleep with. Make it make sense. You don't have high standards. You just entitled. You don't have high standards. You just bougie. You don't have high standards. You just think too much of yourself. That's what she was saying. And honestly, older women, she's doing what we're supposed to do. See, older women are supposed to be getting out here, schooling the young women on how they're actually looking out here when they presenting themselves. She's doing exactly what we're supposed to do, as opposed to some of the older women getting out here and they standing in line with the young ones that don't know any better, that haven't lived any life experiences, and they championing this behavior. So then when you have a woman that has lived a life and now wants to tell you, sis, this ain't the way. Now, we're saying she should be talking. No, she need to be talking to exactly who she's talking to, how she's talking it. She's presenting it the right way, because these young people don't hear it no other way anyway. They don't receive it any other way. So, I mean, I'm from the opinion of, yeah, she did that. And for full context, she started the video, because that wasn't the whole video, talking about a reaction to a video she had seen about a woman saying where she won't eat at. So she actually was using that video as a case study, the same way we're using her video as a case study. But basically, at the end of the day, it's just pointing out a problem that we're seeing. Our priorities. The problem is our priorities. Ladies, we can't say we have high standards when it comes to where a man takes us on a date. Then keep that same energy when it comes to how you present yourself. If you sleep with a man that you barely know, if you allow somebody to, impregnate you and you don't know them like that, like all of these things, these are standards. So if you want somebody to feel like you're somewhere where, you need to be taken out to a special place because you're a special person, then present yourself to be special.
Right. That's real right there. Go ahead, Vince.
I agree with that, but as men, ladies have always wanted the best option. I remember in high school as a senior, I wanted the baddest cheerleader, but she dating a sophomore in college because he got a drop top Mustang. Just is what it is. Mm-hmm. I remember losing out to guys on the basketball team when I was in college. And these chicks, just like the Lori Harvey thing. I don't hate on Lori Harvey because she not going from Michael B. Jordan to the garbage man. She's staying at a level. And it don't matter if she just sleeping with him or dating him. She's staying at a level that Nicki Minaj couldn't do. She had to go marry a felon. that Kandid from Housewives couldn't do. She married Todd, which Todd is a nice guy. But what I'm saying is that there are certain women that can get it. There's like a certain men that can get it. My thing, even in my situation that I told you about, the lady did the surf and turf. Maybe if she was cuter, I would have rolled with it. Maybe if she was more of what I wanted, I would have rolled with it. But she wasn't, and she couldn't get it. That's the problem. Understanding what you can and what you can't get.
We're still talking about first dates.
Let me finish. Just like my daughter. Now she's going to be used to a certain lifestyle because I provided that for her. That don't mean it's right or wrong. She's used to a certain lifestyle. But what I'm also going to teach her is how to get that lifestyle. I'm not going to say she's entitled to it. I'm going to say you better work for it. So if you want somebody to take you to Eddie V's, then you need to come with an Eddie V's type of woman to where you say, you know what? Damn. Just like me and my wife were talking the other day. And I tell young boys, young men, make yourself the man that she feel like she can't get no better than you. And the reason why I say that, because most of the time when these people start talking about, oh, I'm unhappy or I'm on this, they feel like they can get better. That's really what it is. These women leave husbands because the sex ain't good. They leave husbands because they feel like they can get better. So I tell my boys, you be the man that she feel like she can't get no better. Because I definitely feel, even though my wife is 40 with 2 kids, that I can't get no better. I don't care if it's a 24-year-old, Melissa Ford wrapped up in a Michelle Obama. They still ain't better than Remy. And that's why I never leave her. So my thing is, get yourself together and get on your game so you can be that one to get what you want.
I hear you, but we're still talking about a first date. Like, we can't even get to what you're talking about. We can't get that far, Vince, because we can't even get past the first date.
I definitely understand that. But then my question would also be, why you interested? It's like, why you interested in her? That's my whole thing is, some things you just move past. Like if a woman is ghetto or unattractive, I don't care what she's doing. I don't want her anyway. So why I'm going to sit up here and tell her not to do this, not to do that? That's not what I want anyway. So my thing with her talking to her son, my thing was more of understand that you don't have to deal with those type of women, because there are certain women that will look at him for who he is and what he has to. Don't even bypass. Don't even worry yourself with those type of women. That's all I was saying. She want to get on. You need to teach your son how to find that traditional, however type of woman, instead of trying to change another type of woman or tell them what to do. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, no, I understand what you're saying there, Vince. I think that the mom, because I said this is why I keep tying it back to a mother. Typically a mother, even though she has children, she's going to want to talk about what is right. And see, this is what doesn't happen now. And I think that's why it's important that that message, that we point out that message is coming from a mother. See, at the end of the day, what's happening right now is a lot of these young ladies that are out here now, they feel like what they're doing is right. Yeah, but see, that's the problem. The stuff that they're doing is not right. And see, people are not telling them that it's not right. We just validating it. Yep, I saw a young lady today on a different video saying a guy asked her, how much money does a guy need to make to be with her? Her response was, he needs to make $1,000. My man asked her, you talking about $1,000 a year? She said no. He said, what, a month, a week? What? She said no. She said a day. So this young lady is saying that a guy needs to make $1,000 a day to be with her. And see, that's my point. You can have all the artificial standards. Oh, that's perfect comment right on time. Delusional. Shout out to Remy Williams in the building. You can have all of the delusion that you want to have, but we're not about to dress that thing up like those are standards.
Right.
And see, that's what's happening now. Yep, to that mama's point in that video. That's why she asked the question to the young ladies, where do you take yourself? Yeah, let me see your bank statement and see where you go. And see, typically what's happening is a lot of this stuff that these guys are dealing with on these first dates with these women, a lot of these ladies, they're not taking themselves to these places when they're going out eating on their own. Let's be honest about that thing. Yep, let's be honest. Yeah, she wants that first date with the young man at Eddie V's, but when she go step out to eat, she at Applebee's. Yeah, let's be honest. I'm sure we got ladies down in the comments. I'm sure they can validate. Yeah, when some of the ladies go out to eat, they getting potato skins and Jack Daniel's samplers at Fridays when they step out. But when it comes to these first dates, then all of a sudden, to your point, Vince, it's Eddie V's, it's Eddie Mallows, it's Morton's, it's Ruth Chris, it's Hyde Park, Prime 29, it's all these places. And it's like, wait a minute. Have you ever even been there before? So I think that's the position that the mom was taking. It's like we got a problem where a lot of this stuff just ain't right. Yeah, it's just not right. And we got to call it what it is. Yeah, we are living in a state of delusion, but we're trying to label it as standards. And it's not standards because if, like the mom said in the video, if your standards are that high to where you deserve to be at this place and this place and this place, then you wouldn't be spreading your legs open for everybody around you.
Yeah, but I think also that standards is different than delusion. Like I know a young lady who told me she want a husband that make $140,000, but she don't cook. She can't really keep a clean house. All she is cute. I mean, she's nice, but all she really is cute, got a cute shape. My thing is, okay, if you want 140, then that's a certain type of man. That's a man that's working all the time. So you're gonna have to learn how to cook. You have to learn how to keep a house. You're gonna have to learn how to be cooperative to that type of successful man. Then maybe you can get it, and that can be your standard. But it's delusional to think, oh, I'm gonna find a man making that type of money who gonna come home and cook. Now that's delusion. That's not standards.
Right. No, that's what I'm saying. I agree with that. Like I said, they're two different things. But like I said, I think what we're seeing today is we doing a little bit of masking. Yeah, we're living in a state of delusion, but we want to try to mask it or cover it up as standards. And it's like that's not standards because it's not aligning with all the other pieces of your life. So we know that something is not in sync right there. Let me get some of these comments real fast. Let's see. Donovan Crawford, he said, let's see, you're right, Vince. Certain ladies of a certain higher status won't downgrade. The crazy thing about these average women, let's see, feel like they deserve high value when their social economic base is average at best. Okay. That's real. Let's see. Eva Wright, she said, right. I am sure she's not that. Let's see. I am sure she's not in that type of environment for that to even happen. Be single then. There it is. Let's see. Kenyatta said, and I got your clean up there, Eva. I saw it. Kenyatta said, let's see. Panera Bread is not Eddie V's. LOL. No, it is not. No, it is not. Because I see these ladies. I see how these ladies be rolling out here. Yeah, y'all step out with the ladies. And like I said, it be starters. It be Fridays on karaoke night. You know what I'm saying? But then these fellas come around, all of a sudden it's Eddie V's and it's Eddie Merlot's and all these spots. And I'm like, hold on. Something ain't lining up. You was just eating potato skins yesterday. Hold on. Now we talking about Wagyu steaks. Hold on. that ain't making sense. Bruh. But it is what it is. It is what it is. Ladies slick like that. But yeah, I think just to circle back, like I said, and I'm gonna switch this up because I'm not gonna keep us on here all night. Just to circle back, I think we really got to look at this thing now. Because like I said, when I started seeing the mamas get involved, because the mamas don't even know social media. And they get on here trying to record their first video going off. I'm like, this is this is a problem. Yeah, and I think at the end of the day, I don't know if we realize how much damage that we are doing. Yeah, by moving the way that we're moving now when it comes to these dates and these women interacting with these men interacting with these women, do we realize that we are messing up the whole dating pool and essentially messing up future prospects?
Right.
So yeah, we got to get real about this thing before it's too late. Let's see. Donovan said, let's see, in all, what you trying to say right there, Donovan? I don't know if I know that word. What is that? Oh, in all actuality. Oh, okay, my bad. Let's see. The food portions are larger at the common folk hole. Let's see, in the walk-in joints as opposed to the 5-star spots, more bang for your buck. No, I'm not mad. I'm not mad. And I see. You want to say? Go ahead, Chloe.
I was gonna say. I mean, the gag is like there's something to be said for going somewhere, finding a place like legit, and maybe it's my age. Okay, I don't care. But I've done all the things. Like I've been all the 5-star places and did all the dinners and all of that. Like I've done all that. But it is something about finding a place that is just comfortable. The service is always good. Like the food is always the same. You don't have to worry about getting a bad meal. And then at the end of the meal, you done had a couple of drinks. You done had a meal. You done had everything you wanted to eat. And then the bill come and it's not $1,000.
Right.
Like it's something to be said for just having a great experience as opposed to just going somewhere that's expensive. And don't get me wrong, it's nice, but it's just expensive. You know what I mean? Like it's just something to be said. And I think that we have to understand too that sometimes we get caught up in the hype of it all and it's just really a money grab. You know, like it's nothing wrong with eating somewhere nice. Hey, go where you want to spend your money, okay? But it's something to be said about just having a wonderful experience. And just like Donovan said, you can have a wonderful experience anywhere. It doesn't have to have 5 stars behind it. Like you can have a wonderful, and really the person that you're with is going to help you have that wonderful experience. Because sometimes you could be somewhere and the food just okay, but the company is great. And so I guess that's the thing that I'm saying. Like, let's get back to connecting with people. Like let's get back to it being about the people, because you're not going to spend the rest of your life with Eddie V's. Like you're trying to find out if this person is actually compatible with you. And sometimes taking away some of all of that extra stuff helps you really kind of dig into who that person is. Sitting across from somebody with a coffee or a dessert or something like that, ice cream, whatever, and just talking. Like there's no pressure. Y'all ain't worried about getting super, super dressed up. Nobody's spending a lot of money to try to get themselves to like y'all just being the two of you. This is the way you're gonna be forever. And you're getting to know that person, right? Like this is what Vince says all the time about just being intentional. What is it that you really want to get out of this? Because listen, if y'all have a great first date, sky's the limit for the next day. Thanks. You know, you can go anywhere, but let's get to know each other to see if we even want to spend time together. Like we might not even really vibe. You know, like that's all I was saying.
No, that's real. That makes sense. You want to say something, Vince?
Yeah. I definitely agree with that because me and Remy's first date was Chili's. Our second date was J. Alexander. We sat there for 3 hours. And that's when I knew she was my wife. That's also a thing too we need to talk about. Men don't take all day to find a wife. That's another good topic. But then also, I understand because me and Remy can go get us some White Castles. And we be good. A lose cognac, a lose corned beef sandwich and split it.
Right.
You know, we good.
Yeah.
Now, the one thing we won't stay at is at a cheap hotel. We can't do that.
Nah, ain't man.
No bed bugs for me, baby.
There's levels to it, Vince.
I ain't mad, man. No, we ain't playing around with that, man. Let's see. Remy said, Chloe, they can't get past the first date standards. Shake her head. Yeah. Yeah, we be trying to help these folks out here, but I don't know. Some Some of these folks just hard-headed out here. They hard-headed out here. I got a question.
I'm sorry.
Let me ask this question because I'm just curious of something. Because something that I keep seeing. Something I keep seeing. So folks down in the comments, drop a comment. Anybody on the panel? When did everybody get so rich? Because some of this stuff I see, and I was just looking at Remy's comment when she said 1,000 a day a little earlier on. So she must have saw that video that I saw. And when we over here asking men to be to the young lady saying to be with her, you got to be making $1,000 a day. It's like, when did we get so rich out here? Because I look at stats, I look at census, I look at all of that, and the stats still say that the averages is the average. The basically folks is check to check, barely got $1,000 in their savings accounts on average. A whole bunch, 15,000 plus credit card debt being carried. Like I'm looking at the stats, but when I look at folks talk, when it comes to this dating space and relationship space, everybody talking like they rich. So I'm trying to understand, when did all of these folks just get so rich, and where did all this money come from? Go ahead, Vince.
I think the problem is that we live in a society now that sells you the dream.
Right.
This dream of generational wealth, this dream of get rich quick, this dream of buy a property and flip it and you're going to make $1 million in a year.
Right.
I think it's the illusion and we have come to a point that we feel like average is bad. When our grandparents were average and got more than we had, they were able to buy a house, pay off a house, live comfortably. But we want way more than that. And they have more than we have. So I think it's this illusion of this get rich quick, this whole building generational wealth. Yeah. And most of us is dependent on Social Security when we're 65 and can't bury ourselves and ain't leaving our kids nothing but bills. So it's this whole illusion of wealth that's got us turned out. This social media, because it's money. It's like Lifestyles of the Rich and Famous. Who didn't like that show? But not everybody want to do it because it's money. I had perfect example. I used to do mortgages a long time ago. I had a pastor friend. I was doing his mortgage, and he wasn't the most moral, I guess you could say. But he said, you know what, brother? I have to drive a Cadillac so people can follow me.
Yeah, marketing, yeah.
But the Catholic priests be driving a Ford Focus.
Right.
But we feel like, oh, you got to have a Cadillac to be successful, even though that payment is something you can't afford. He said, I have to wear fancy suits. I have to portray an image. I was like, wow, that's deep.
Yeah, that's that essentially, I guess, in current day, we would call that lifestyle marketing. So that's what you would call that, basically faking the funk, so that people think that you something that you're not. So now I can understand that right there. Let me get this comment, then I'm gonna flip us up real quick. Let's see. Donovan said, shit, okay. Kenyatta and I went to Applebee's. Our service started out poorly, but we ended up dining in and had the entire place to ourselves. Well, after they closed with VIP service. Okay. Yeah, but see that right there. Let me just capture that. Let's see. And Kenyatta responded to that. She said one of our best dates. Let me just capture that right there. Yep, this is what we're trying to get folks to understand. Yeah, this date took place at Applebee's. And Kenyatta responded, one of our best dates. Yeah, see, one of our downfalls right now is we've lost what I would consider to be innocence. Yeah, you remember them times when things was just genuine? Yeah, when you just met somebody and y'all just kicked it and the vibe was cool and y'all shout out to Fridays and got y'all, I won't use Fridays. I use Outback or something. Got y'all a little blooming onion. Got y'all a couple little daiquiris. He got him a little screwdriver. Y'all just sat back. He had him a little Long Island. And y'all just sat back, kicked it. The little game was on the little TV up there hanging off the ceiling. And y'all just kicked it and talked. Like, those was the real dates. To Kenyatta's point, those was the best dates. Yeah, but it wasn't always at the 5-star. It wasn't at the Joe Muir's. It wasn't at it wasn't at that. And then the icing on the cake was after you had a good time with the young lady or the young fella, then you got the bill and the bill didn't smash your pocket. And then you was like, cool, my pocket is good. So now I'm ready for the next date. Where we going Friday? What you got going on? And she like, oh yeah, I'm ready. I was like, cool, let's head out Friday too. But that whole innocence and that whole genuine intention around dating and spending time, right? So not just even all on the technical piece of it, just spending time with somebody. Yeah, vibing with somebody. Yeah, walking and holding hands. Like we just done lost that whole innocent, just care for the next person and try to get to learn somebody and see what they about and see if y'all got some things in common. Like we just done lost that. Yep, and the reason I know that we've lost that is because we so concerned about the place versus the experience. Yeah, we so concerned about how much the meal costs versus the content of the conversation. Yep, and the cost of the bill and the how expensive the place is, that's not the foundation of long-lasting interactions and relationships. Let me just tell you now.
Right.
That's not it. You want to say something, Vince? Are you good, man?
I think you're definitely right, but got another. I always like to go a couple layers deep.
Go ahead.
But I think also we're getting into these relationships older.
True.
With more responsibilities.
Yeah.
With more bills. So I think more of it might be like a test. Yes, I like Applebee's and I like Chili's, but yeah, I can still afford Eddie V's though. So it's like kind of like it's a gauge, because one thing I've understood, and it shouldn't be this way, but a lot of ladies out here, they want to be entertained. They want to do what they feel like they can do with their girlfriends. They want to go out of town, even though their girlfriends is sleeping 4-5 to a room, but y'all sleeping 2 to a room. They want to go to Jamaica. They want to go. It's hard for men out here.
But you got to earn that.
Huh?
But okay, I hear you. But women got to earn that. You don't just meet a guy and run off to Jamaica.
I'm not saying, but I'm saying as you go along, because I think that sometimes we get in these situations and we don't be honest with what we really need from somebody if we're being intentional. And I kind of understand if you got 2 kids, you can't really date, and it shouldn't be about money, and it shouldn't be about these type of things, but it is about provision. See, our grandparents got together at 19. They built together. They can go and get a 1-bedroom apartment, and I'm working, she working, able to save all her money. Then we buy a house together. Then we have our first kid. But now people coming with mortgages and kids and bills, and
that's probably part of the problem.
Affect the relationship, and
that's probably part of the problem.
Yeah, I know it is.
I mean, we don't want to talk about that, but that's part of the problem. Yes. We're taking on too much too fast. We're taking on too many life's responsibilities too quickly. So then we feel like somebody should just come ready for all of that. And it's like, wait a minute though. Like, just because, and listen, I'm not knocking nobody for having a life. That's not what I'm saying. But as a woman, I'm gonna speak to women because I'm a woman. As a woman, if you take on too much life on your own by yourself as a single woman early, now you come to a man and you have to hope that the right kind of man, because you got to be the right kind. You got to hope that the right kind of man is now going to want to take all of that life experience that you have on. And it's like we're doing too much too fast. Like we live in this microwave mentality where everything has to be really, really quick. That's why we can't even just go on a coffee date for the first date just to see if it's worth anything and then get to the luxurious dates and the trips and all of that. Like that stuff will come. Like, can I first get to know you and see if I even like you? Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, we in this microwave mentality, everything has to move so quickly. Everything has to move so fast. So here you are, you're in your, 20s. And when you should be, like you saying, Vince, trying to kind of get things together and get yourself together, some women are already having babies. They're doing things that really at that point in their lives, they probably shouldn't be taking on that much responsibility, but they are. So now, like you said, they're ready to like really be intentional now and date. And now they're like, well, I'm at a certain point. So I need this and I need this and I need that. But then a guy is coming into the situation. He's like, well, I understand, but I just met you. Like, I don't know if I'm ready to do all of that. Like, I don't know if I'm prepared to do all of that. We just met. I understand you've lived a whole life, but I just met you. And so some of these standards that women have where they're expecting all of this stuff so quickly and so soon is because of the choices she made. You made those choices. And I'm not getting on anybody. We all have a past. I'm just simply saying, keep that in mind when you meet a person. Like, I understand that you may be at a certain place in your life and you took on all of these lives experiences, but the person you meet potentially has to be ready to take on the life experiences that you've had. And expecting somebody that you just met to want to do things at a certain rate because that's where you are in life is a little bit, that's where the delusion does come in. Because a man that's just meeting you is not there yet. Now, after he's met you and y'all vibing and he like you, he into you, well, that's a completely different story. Sky's the limit. But if he just met you, to expect that he's going to want to do that, like, slow down. Because maybe what we need to do, and I'm speaking to the generation who now is coming after us, maybe what we need to do, and it's not a maybe really, I'm just being nice, be intentional. Like, make this better decisions earlier on. Stop expecting men who did wait to have kids, so they don't have children, who, were a bit more selective about who they, got serious with or who they entertain. Don't be, wanting to put them in a broke category or weak category or he need to level up category simply because when he meets you for the first time, he just want to meet you. That man might be ready. You have no idea what that man's bank account look like. You have no idea what he has. Just because he wants to take you, he wants to go on a picnic for the first date, does not mean that he don't have nothing. That's a big misconception that we have. He might actually be just trying to test you to see if you there with him for the right reasons. And because you so stuck on where you go and how he presents it, you just fumbled a good guy. A guy that would have came into your life and changed your life. That's the difference. That's why, Kenyatta is in a happy place because she went to Applebee's.
Right.
She didn't fumble. Remy didn't fumble. These are not, you see what I'm saying? Like, what if they would have been tripping on some silly stuff? This is what I'm saying. Like, it's the mindset. If anything, I think that this younger generation needs to learn from the mistakes of the previous generation. Thanks. See what didn't work. It didn't work. These women that are telling you need to have all these standards, they didn't have them standards, boo, or they wouldn't be in the situations they in now. And they try to tell you how you need to have standards, but they didn't have any. I mean, make it make sense.
No, that's real. That's real right there. Go ahead, Vince. Then we're gonna flip up, man. Go ahead.
I have so many conversations with women in their 40s, 50s. They're like, I had a conversation with her. I'm not gonna call her a young lady. She an old lady. 50-year-old woman gonna try to tell me, oh, well, men can't handle a strong woman. And I said, well, why would you wait till you 50 to talk about you want to get married? How many men have you passed up on? Nice looking, smart, come from good family. I said, well, I was young then. You made your decision. You was young and you wanted the hot girl summer and you wanted to do you. And now, actually, I hate the men that these ladies really want, they're married.
Right.
Because they're smart enough to understand if I want a family, if I want legacy. Smart men usually get married between 26 and 35 at the latest. Those are smart, intentional, really want a family, really want a legacy, because they want more than one child. So they're going to marry a woman 26 so they can have at least a couple kids.
Right.
They're not going to wait till they 37, talking about they want 3 kids.
Nah.
It don't happen. So then these ladies, older ladies, they look around. Well, what? They're married. Sorry, you waited too late. I was telling them, just like the conversation I had with my son, I said, the thing that's kind of good about men, even though we have more responsibility, we have a little bit more time. He's 27. I said, you can get yourself together and be 37 and marry a 24-year-old and have 6 kids. You could be 41 and marry a 30-year-old. Women can't really do that. I know they want to lie and say, oh, I can go out here and get me a young man and I can, we can do what men do. Not really.
No, it's not the same.
You got issues. You got these fibroids and high risk pregnancy, and there's just a time clock. And I think that we need to really stress to our young adults, like, really decide what you really want kind of early. If you're 22, 23-year-old young lady, you done went to college, and do you want to get married and have kids? You got to prioritize that. And if you prioritize this, well, I want to go out here and, I'm too young, and okay. You rolling the dice because you at your finest. It just is what it is. You at your finest between 18 and 27. What does that mean? It's the same thing with men. Ladies, y'all want older men because they got money, and y'all don't. Come on now, that's what I don't understand sometimes. Y'all acting like these 18-year-olds ain't dating 25-year-olds because he got a car or he got a place. These 22-year-olds ain't dating the guys in college. They dating the grad guys, and ain't nothing wrong with it. But when we say, oh, we want a younger woman because we want some babies. Like, y'all just want somebody y'all can control. No, we want somebody that's cooperative and they can give us some babies.
There
and
it
we
is.
Got to jump through all these goddamn moves.
Come on, man. You know it's a double standard, Vince. You know how that work, man. You know how it work, man. All right, I'm going to flip us up real quick. Like I said, we're going to touch one more, then we're going to get on out of here. So, yeah, I want y'all's opinion on this one. So, I'm going to call this topic number 2. I'm going to call this, what should the man do? Yeah, what should the man do? So y'all let me know. Hold on. Hold on. I got to fix my stuff. My stuff ain't doing what it's supposed to do. All right, there we go. All right, cool. What should the man do? So I'm going to throw this video up. Like I said, drop a comment. Let me know what you think. And then we'll come to the panel. We're going to go from there.
I tell this story, no one ever agrees with me, but I swear when I think about it, I'm right. So when I first moved to Atlanta, I didn't know anybody, and I joined Bumble and matched with this guy, right? We had been talking, I think, for like 2 or 3 weeks, and I got a good vibe. So anyway, I had asked him if he knew any handy people because I had a lot of like furniture coming into my apartment, and I needed help putting it together. Although I did not know him well enough, I trusted him enough to come to my apartment. Now, in hindsight, that was probably a bad idea, but it is what I did. So before he came to my apartment, I had a conversation with him about payment because I didn't want for him to come and I didn't like him and then he felt like he got. So we talked about payment and I told him I'd give him a certain amount for him putting together like 2 pieces of furniture. Well, he put together a bed and a desk. So I don't remember exactly how much we agreed on, but I did say I was going to sell him the money. So when he came over like early this Saturday morning and he ended up like starting right away. He was definitely somebody that I could see myself talking to on the long haul. So it was cool. Like he was we were getting to know each other. We were talking about family. We were talking about life, all this kind of stuff. So around lunchtime, I ordered us something to eat. And as we were eating, we were like really talking, right? It was good. So when he was done, he kind of like chilled for like another couple of hours just to like rest. And we were really vibing and he was like, I would really like to see you again. And I was like, cool. So when he's ready to go, we go outside and he gives me a hug. And then he was like, okay, so I'm going to text you my Zelle information so you can send the payment. And I'm like, okay. In the moment, I was just a little shocked, but I didn't like let it on. I was just like, okay, just text it to me. So the next day I sent the Zelle payment and I was just like, oh, thank you for coming over. I really appreciate it. And then I didn't say anything else. And he was texting me and I did not respond. And he wasn't used to that because obviously we had been like texting all day long, you know, talking throughout the day. It was good at that time. But then I just decided that the fact of him asking me for money after like we had a good day, and I do understand that we agreed upon it, but I just thought it would be different since we were going to start dating. So finally he asked me like, what's up? And I was just like, honestly, I know we decided that I would pay you for that, but I really thought it was tacky that you actually asked me for the money afterwards and you took it. So I did end up cutting it off and we didn't talk again. But when I told my cousin about it, she was like, you guys agreed on it. Like, I don't understand what the problem was. And honestly, like, if I'm gonna date you and you know you put together some furniture for me, you're gonna charge me? I don't know, like, what do you guys think?
Oh my God!
I mean, she made my hair hurt.
Okay, so I'm coming to y'all. So drop a comment. Let me know what y'all think. Is she right? She wrong? What did y'all see? Because I got a couple things I saw, but let me go.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry that this is the world that you guys have to date in. I'm so sorry that this is it, because this is insane. First of all, you guys aren't dating yet. You're just talking. You said that y'all agreed to he agreed to come over to do furniture for you, not that you guys agreed to go on a date. He was coming over to build your furniture because you basically hired him to do so. You asked if he knew somebody. He said, oh, I can do it. And you're like, okay, well, I'll pay you because, you know, I get like you, which you were right, because you guys weren't in a relationship. You hadn't gone on any dates. You were just talking across the apps, across text. So hiring him and paying him was the right thing to do. Yet you get upset because he wants the money that you agreed to pay him. And yes, you should have bought him, like, you invited him to the house to build furniture for you. I guarantee you he charged you a fraction of the price that you would have had to have paid if you would have had a professional put that furniture together for you. So you just getting, first of all, you were going to eat anyway. So you just saying, I'll order some extra lunch and he can eat. It's fine. I guess you don't understand. Yeah, I don't get it. This is what I'm talking about. This ties into the first date.
You can't make this shit up.
Like, you guys are not you are not entitled to nothing from this man. You do realize y'all not in a relationship. You're not dating him. You literally hired him because you're the one who talked about money. He did it. You did. So you hired him to do a job, and then you got upset when he expected to collect on what you told him you were going to pay him. It's insane. This is the mentality that we're dealing with. Then the man enjoys the time with you and says, I want to see you again. You said y'all had great conversation. To somebody you can see yourself with. And simply because he asked for the money that you told him you were going to pay him, now you don't want to be with him anymore.
Right.
I'm so confused. You just said this is somebody I could see myself with.
Right.
So you were willing to fumble that potential relationship because you didn't have good game. Because what you should have did with your silly self is you shouldn't have offered to pay him nothing. When he told you he was going to come over and build furniture for you, you should have said, really? I mean, I didn't really. Are you sure? I don't want to. I mean, that's a lot for you. We just met. And when he would have been like, oh, no, I'll do it. Well, I appreciate it. You know what? I got lunch. And then when he came over, you could have fed his behind, and that would have been his payment. And then y'all would have went on y'all second date, and he probably would have took you somewhere really nice. But no, because you were independent woman, you hired him. So you messed up your benefits. You messed up your female benefit. You did that. Y'all always doing that. Y'all always open up your mouth and talking yourselves out of something. And then when a man call you on it, then you want to get upset. That's your fault, sis.
Okay, let me go to Vince. I saw your face. Go ahead, Vince.
Counselor, you have made a good argument. I was disagreeing with you all the way up till you said that. And I was like, she is absolutely correct. I was disagreeing with you because I said it was kind of tacky. You know, I don't know how much it was, but I'm an old school man. I wouldn't accept the money because I'm just an old school. So I was disagreeing with you until you made that last point. I said, she's exactly right. They wanna boss up, but then when it's time to boss up, they want to. Good argument, counselor. I can't even disagree.
There it is. Let me get some of these comments because the comments blew up. So, oh man, Donovan said emotions versus logic. Okay. Let's see. Eva Wright, she said ridiculous. She said she would pay him just because they started vibing. Doesn't mean she shouldn't keep her word. Shake my head. That says more about her than him. She messed up royally. Okay. All right. Appreciate that comment. Let's see. Donovan said verbal. I think that's verbal contractor. I think that's what that is. Let's see. Kenyatta said, I think she's not a woman of her word. Okay. Straight like that. Straight like that. Remy said, reminds me of Vince. What happened at Nordstrom? I don't know about this. I don't know, Vince. What happened at Nordstrom, man? Fill us in real fast, and I'm going to get back in these comments. Fill us in.
Okay. Y'all know I got to keep it 100. I'm sorry, Remy. I'm going to tell the truth. We was at Nordstrom's. I was buying my son a coat. We met at Nordstrom. This was like after our second date. So she was buying some stuff. And so we were in the line together. Had already bought my stuff. She was buying some stuff. So I guess she thought I was going to buy her stuff. And so I did the smooth on and walked out of line because I already had my stuff and let her pay for her stuff. So that was kind of funny. We always say that. And I said, see, look, you almost fumbled the bag. Bruh. You expected me to pay. And now you don't have to ask me to pay.
See, there it is. There it is. There it is.
That was pretty funny, actually.
No doubt. No doubt. Let's see. Eva Wright, she said, let's see, he came over to make some money and she forgot about that just because she got in her feelings. Shake my head. I see Eva Wright wasn't feeling this one. She wasn't feeling the young lady in this video. Let's see. Donovan says services were completed. Payment in full is the next step. Let's see. Ray Chris, shout out to Ray Cribbs in the building. She said, I hope she didn't pay for lunch too. What you mean by that, Ray Cribbs? You hope she didn't pay for lunch too? You got to clarify that, Ray. I feel like it's something slick behind that comment.
Actually, I get what Ray is saying. It's the same thing that I was thinking. But when you made that comment, like she shouldn't have never told him she was going to pay. She should have stayed in her femininity. You're exactly right, Chloe. I said, look, she'll change it. I mean, I was about to go, no. We as men do what men do. And all that I like to stand on. But you absolutely right. She should have never said she was going to pay him. You are real. Absolutely right.
Straight like that. Straight like that. Let's see. Remy said, let's see. She said she would pay. No, definitely. She definitely did. See, Kenyatta said, so if he wasn't a vibe, then she was going to pay him. Since he was a vibe, then she didn't want to pay. Wow, wow, wow. See, Eva Wright said, let's see, why didn't she call her daddy to put it together? Like, I'm confused. And she is super weird. Let's see, Remy said, I almost fumbled messing around at Nordstrom. Okay, Remy, go and be honest. Yeah, I feel like I need to know what y'all was buying up at the Nordstroms. Remy said she almost fumbled that thing. I need to know what was y'all buying in there.
It was actually the rack. It wasn't nothing but some t-shirts and drawers. Oh, okay. You know how y'all got to buy drawers for the boys, shirts. You know, it wasn't nothing big. It was just, ordinary stuff.
I got you. I'm just checking. Let's see. Shout out to Isha in the building. What's going on with you, Isha? She said, let's see, what was clear was that she agreed to pay him. The conversation with her lonely butt was extra, and she should have, oh man, he should have left her there lonely. Let's see. Shout out to that comment. See, Kenyatta said, that's it, Chloe. See, Remy said, talking too much, emotional, shaking my head. Kenyatta said, foot inserted in mouth. Let's see. Eva said, let's see, you don't know how much it was because she wasn't trying to do that. But set herself up. See, Donovan said, I work for police towing impound. Let's see, these women come in to get their cars out of the impound and flirt with the guys I work with. I tell my coworkers all the time, these women already got a baby daddy or boyfriend. They just flirt with you trying to get their money back. Their man without a license is why the car ended up here. Oh yeah. Now I'm sure it's a little bit of manipulation going on. Let's see. Donovan also said, forgive me and my typos tonight. This apple pie moonshine is shining tonight. Okay. I ain't mad at that. Kiana said, take it easy, babe. Okay. She said, calm that down. Let's see. Ray Kribs. Let's see. He should have put it together and left with payment, not lunch and a payment. You muted, Chloe.
My bad, y'all. No, but see, she did that, right? Because like Eva said, she was in her feelings, right? She's like, oh, I'm having a good time. I'm gonna give him some lunch. See, but sis, you doing too much. He didn't ask you to get him lunch. She continued to make bad choice after bad choice, and then got mad. Like, he didn't ask you for lunch. She said, I decided to get us some lunch. So once again, this man ain't even asked you to feed him. You did it. And now you feel some type of way about it. See, it's the boss chick for me. If you bossing like that, you agreed to pay him. You decided to treat him to lunch. You made all those decisions. You should have stayed in your place. I'm telling y'all, ladies, y'all stay talking yourselves out of stuff. I ain't doing it no more. Now I'm walking up the doors and I'm standing there looking at them stupid. Till somebody go ahead on and open that thing on up. I ain't gonna touch it. My wrist is broken. I ain't doing it. Y'all talking yourselves out of stuff. I ain't doing it. Best way. Stay in your feminine frame at all times by any means necessary. Okay. Leave this boss chick alone. Listen, boss chick life is lonely from what I hear.
Okay. Let me keep going. Let's see, the comments exploded. Let's see, Ray Kribs say, I would have put it together myself. See, I don't know, Ray. I don't know. You might have should have said your wrist was hurting or something. I don't know. Let me keep going. Let's see, Donovan said, let's see, women do get turned on by men that know how to work with tools. Oh, no doubt. Let's see. Shout out to Tiffany Weaver in the building. She says she played herself. I definitely would have done that. I definitely would have done what Chloe said. just be cute and feminine. And if, let's see, and he would leave with the full stomach / payment.
Period.
Okay, so Tiffany says she ain't gonna play with it. She know how to work that out. I ain't mad at that. Shout out to Tiffany Weaver in the building. Let's see, Ray Cribbs. Let's see, whatever. If he was there on business, it should have been business.
She was talking his ear off.
Ray Cribbs. Wait a minute now. She said his ear off. She said she let my man rest up on the couch for a couple hours. Ray Cribbs, how you gonna put that on him? If you let a man rest up on the couch for a few hours, you saying that's never mind. Let me keep going. Let's see. Go ahead, Vince. You want to say something, man?
And Chloe, just to add to your point, he might have been testing her,
right,
to see if she gonna stand on her word and do what she says she gonna do.
But the funny part about it too, Vince, is like, okay, yeah, you paid him for asked you out, because he said I would like to see you again. Like, can I see you again? And she said yes. Like, sis, first of all, you was gonna get that money back and more, because he's inviting you out to a date. He's asking you out, so now he's about to take you out. You was gonna get that money back plus some. You was gonna get your lunch back and everything. This is what I don't understand. Like, you fumbled too early. Like, you walked away too soon. Like, I mean, honestly, and then when he reached out to you, and then after that, he kept reaching out. Like, this is what's blowing my mind. Like, he obviously was really interested. Like, he kept reaching out and even asked, what's wrong? Like, what happened? Like, this man was legit interested in you. You just fumbled that. It made no sense. Do you not understand? Like, ladies, so what if you bought him lunch? Do you not understand that if a man is feeling you, you'll never have to buy lunch again? It's crazy to me how y'all be tripping over this little stuff. You don't want to go on a coffee date, but do you not understand if y'all go on that coffee date and you have a good time, that the next time y'all go somewhere, that man gonna want to take you to the very best place he could take you to? Like, it's crazy how y'all get so stuck on like these really silly details, and you miss the point. And then you mad. You did it to yourself.
Right. Now she mad. Let me keep going. Let's see. Oh no, I think I got that one. Let's see. Donovan says she agreed to pay $100, $200 for assembly and thought a $15 sandwich would suffice. Oh, you know how I go. Donovan. You know how I go. That's them potato skins I was talking about earlier, man. Let's see. Ray Creer said, let's see, he helped make it their business. Okay, Ray. I don't know, Ray. I feel like you're attacking the brother or something. What's going on, Ray? Yeah, Ray attacking the brother a little bit. Let's see. She also said, let's see, I would have independent, even with stiff person syndrome. Okay, so Ray just gonna do what she want to do. That's what I hear. Ray gonna do what she want to do. She also said, let's see, don't keep it moving. It was a test. Okay. Yeah, Ray got a lot of comments down here. Let's see. She might have been paying for that too. Ray also said, not true if he doesn't have the funds. Kenyatta said, let's see, he liked her talking self. Yeah.
He liked her.
So yeah, let me circle back. I'm gonna see if I can find this comment, because this is really what summed it up for me. If I can find it. I think it was Kenyatta who dropped this comment. Here it is, right here. Kenyatta said earlier, I think she's not a woman of her word. So this is my problem right here. Yeah, I think at this point I'm over the double standard. Yeah, I'm in a lot of these conversations. I'm in a lot of these interactions, and I see ladies say something consistently all the time. They want a consistent man. They want a man who says that he's going to do something and he does it. They want a man who stands on his word. I hear that all the time. And then we're literally watching a situation right here where a young lady tells a man that she's going to pay him for doing some work And then, as we like to say when we playing spades, she want to come back and renege. And that's why I say it's the double standard for me. Ladies, you can't say that you want a man to stand on his word and be consistent, but then you come back and you don't stand on yours and you not consistent. Yeah, let me break something down to y'all. This young fella in this video, he had no attachments to this young lady whatsoever. But let me school y'all on something. Yeah, when a man is just getting to know you and he's willing to come in and do some labor for you, that's because this dude is interested in you. Yeah, that is this guy showing you, and I know ladies say this all the time, and that's why I call cap sometimes. The ladies are always talking about they're not about to give any wifely duties to a man that's not their husband. But yet, in this situation right here, you will accept husbandly duties from a man that's not your husband. Yeah, like Eva Wright said earlier, call your daddy. And that's why I say it's a double standard. Yeah, this man can come ask you to cook something. You're going to say, nah, I'm not cooking you nothing. I'm not your wife. But yet you want him to come in here and put together some furniture for you, yet he's not your husband. Then on top of that, you say you're going to pay the man, then you don't pay him. Then on top of that, you then decide that you want to go ghost him because you wasn't consistent. So talk about the double standard all the way around. 3 different instances of a double standard, but then in the same breath, this young lady will then come back and then say it ain't no good men out here.
The shade of it all.
This mess crazy.
This is also, you know, what I don't like about this whole fraud, independent boss chick type mess they be talking about. If you're a boss chick, pay the man. If you're an independent woman, pay the man. You have to pay somebody else. That's why it's just all a facade and a fraud.
That's facts. I agree. Yeah, but like I said, that whole facade is what's messing up the dating pool. That whole facade is what's wiping out your prospects. Yeah, but at the end of the day, this young fella was showing interest in you. He said he wanted to go on a date with you and keep that thing moving. But because you didn't want to hold your end of the bargain, you done possibly fumbled your soulmate.
Doggone shame.
Yeah, this guy was literally showing you he had your back. He done came in here putting your stuff together for you. He was taking the position of something that your father typically will be doing. But because you didn't want to move consistently, because you didn't want to stick to your word, now somehow he's the problem. And you done lost out on what could have been your bag. Yeah, we got to get real with this thing. Because Vince made a point earlier that I got to buck a little bit. Vince made a point earlier about the fact that in some of these dating scenarios, we're a little older, right? So things may not go the way that they did when we were younger, right? We got to approach it a little different because we're older now. We got more experiences, more baggage. We've acquired more things. We got more responsibilities and so forth. But my only resistance to that point would be a lot of us ain't moving that way. Yeah, this lady in this video, she wasn't young, but she moving like an immature young person. But yet she wants a man to act like a grown-ass man. Yeah, but this is why I gotta piggyback on the point that Vince makes a lot when he talks about, can you get the type of men that you say you want? Yep, if you over here moving immaturely at your older age, but yet you want this grown ass man to come in here putting together furniture and doing this and doing that, your actions don't qualify for that type of man. Yeah, let's keep it real. Your actions do not qualify, or your actions do not align with that type of man. So back to this video, maybe she did this young fella a favor. Yeah, maybe she did him a favor by fumbling that bag. Maybe a more appreciative woman will come along and be ready to scoop this brother up. Yeah, because any brother, and I can tell, any brother ready to do some labor, and he's just meeting you, this cat got something decent in him. Yeah, I mean, you literally just fumbled that, then decide you want to ghost my man. Yep, after you messed that up. So yeah, we got to get real, man. Between this video right here and the mother that was on earlier, it's just revealing that, like I said, we are all over the place, and we are so far away from the positions that we should be playing, the ways that we should be moving. We just, man, we often left field somewhere, and it's bad. I saw you came off mute, Vince. You want to say something real quick, man?
Then also, I think people are just selfish in the dating
For sure
situation. People are trying to use somebody else before they get used. I know a lot of women be like, oh, well, let me get a couple dates out of him before, because they have a negative aspect, like it ain't gonna last anyway. He gonna do something. So let me get a couple dates out of him. Let me get a trip out of him. Let me get something, before he gets something out of me. Instead of going into it with a genuine wanting to relate to somebody and wanting to connect with somebody, they get with somebody trying to use somebody.
Right.
So you got a lot of that in the dating pool out here too. A lot of
That's
that.
real. That's real. And I agree with that. Let's see, shout out to my guy Winfred Hatton over here representing from YouTube. He said, let's see, to no wifely duties piece. Let's see, the no wifely duties piece is nonsense. Let's see, like you said, it's expected that we flex our husband muscles, so it's only fair that she demonstrate her wifely skills. Yeah, no, I agree with you on that, Winfred, man. But you, man, you know the game that we out here playing out here, man. Yeah, so you know the game. I said the one-sided game that we are playing out here. Fellas fixing tires, changing tires, putting together furniture, putting money on bills, man, you name it. Taking cars to the dealership, doing all type of stuff. But then the young ladies would come back and say they ain't about to do no wifely duties and this and that. And it's just like, you know what? At the end of the day, this is an audition. Let's keep it a buck. First date, it's an audition. Wifely, husbandly duties, it's an audition. Yeah,
but
you were looking.
I also think
go ahead, Vince.
Something that's genuine. Even with me and Remy, when we first met, she was making my plate.
Right.
It wasn't something that she was trying to do to get me, or that's just what she does. She's a natural nurturer. She was a natural. She's lived in her natural femininity. With me, I'm a natural provider. I wasn't doing things for her because I wanted to get something out of her. I was doing it because I cared about her, and that's just who I am. So a lot of times people have to be genuine in what they want. And just like I go back and say again, people are so selfish out here, man. It's all about self, me.
Yep.
Instead of understanding, well, let me be genuine, so I can find a genuine person. You know what I'm saying? If you genuinely like certain things, then you genuinely like certain things. But don't say, okay, I'll go to Applebee's, but now since I know you got a little paper, I want you to take me to Eddie V's.
Exactly.
If you genuinely go to Eddie V's and that's what you like and it's a first date, then go Dutch. You know what I'm saying? If that's what you genuinely like, or say you want to go, okay, I haven't been out in a while and I don't necessarily want to go, okay, I'll go Dutch. Ain't no big issue. But I'm telling you, man, people out here trying to use somebody and they wind up getting used. You know what I mean? Times the chick tried to use me. And you know how many you look back now and be like, well, why you ain't choose me? Because you wasn't genuine. Because you was trying to use me. And the bad part is the couple little funky dates you got wasn't nothing to me. That's the funny part. The thing you getting over on ain't really nothing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So we just have to be genuine, you know.
Yeah, and I agree. I agree with that. So we get this comment that we're gonna get ready to get on out of here. Let's see. Donovan Crawford said, let's see, she's the type of woman that would pay, but it would be on the IOU basis, man. Yeah, I hope we ain't got to go to that point. Oh man. All right, we got to get up out of here, man. Let's see, it's just broke past 10 o'clock. Let me go to the panel for some closeouts, then we're gonna get on out of here. Let me go to Chloe, and then we'll go to Vince, and we out of here. Chloe, you want to say anything in closing before we get out of
there? No, you know what? I don't really have much to say. I felt like I spoke a lot. Other than just this, like I think that we have to remember what we're doing out here. Like we can't keep complaining about the same things over and over again. We can't keep complaining and saying dudes are broke, dudes don't want to spend any money. You know, I don't want to do wifely duties. I don't want to. This is crazy. Like we're dating to find our person, right? That's y'all new thing. Y'all want to find y'all person. So if we dating to find our person, then if this is potentially your person, then what's the holdup? Why aren't you presenting yourself the way you would want to present yourself to the person that could be potentially your life partner? Like, why aren't you treating a date? Well, first of all, if you're dating intentionally, you're only going to pick certain people to go out with in the first place. That's part of the problem. You guys are picking dudes that you wouldn't even entertain or give the time of day because all you want to do is just go on a date. Like Vince said, all you want to do is just be entertained. So you picking people that you don't even want to have anything with these people to begin with. That's why the date is so important. But if you're dating intentionally, as you should be, then you're only going to even entertain certain individuals. And then it's not going to matter where you go with that person because you're looking at it like this could be like my person. So yeah, wherever you want to go, well, let's just go hang out. Let's just get to know each other. But the problem is we've turned dating into just another form of entertainment. We're not dating the way we're supposed to be dating, to actually meet somebody and be serious. This is just another thing to do. So if you approach it that way, then this is what you're going to get. But listen, if this is your energy, just get off the internet complaining about it. Because I'm tired of watching your videos. But then again, it does give good content.
Oh, man. Shout out to that. Let me go to my guy, Vince. You want to say anything before we get out of here, man?
I have absolutely nothing to add. Chloe said it all.
Simple as that. Oh man. Well, I'm just gonna say this and then we're gonna get on out of here. Are you really dating because you want somebody or you just want to have fun? Yeah, let me keep it a buck. This is the most complainingest dating I've ever seen. Yeah, folks weren't complaining like this when I was in this game. All this complaining and where we going and this wasn't happening. Yeah, this wasn't happening at all. Yeah, video number 2. When fellas was putting together furniture, they was doing it because they had care. They was trying to show the young lady some love, trying to show her what they was made of. Yeah, but this stuff we doing now, all this playing and shucking and jiving and not standing on our word and ghosting folks because they ain't move how we wanted them to move. This some nonsense. So, I mean, if we actually want to see some real outcome from this dating situation, this dating pool, we got to change ourselves. Yeah, we part of the problem. Yeah, the way we moving is a part of the problem. Our mindset is a part of the problem. This selfishness is a part of the problem. The entitlement is a part of the problem. So if we're going to keep moving how we moving now, then you might as well just be by yourself. And quit playing out here, because there's somebody out here that's not playing. Yep, so if there's somebody over here being serious, lead them for the serious folks. Yep, quit playing over these dudes. Quit trying to go out on these little funsy dates so you can get you a free meal, but you're not even serious about this brother. Like, just stop. Just be by yourself. Hey, you messing up the pool for the ladies who trying to be serious out here. So, man, we got to get real, man. This ain't no game. But, man, shout out to everybody who joined us tonight. Shout out to everybody who dropped a comment. My girl Kenyatta in the building. Donovan in the building. My guy Winfred in the building. Ray Cribbs in the building. Eva Wright in the building. Crystal Reed checking in earlier. My guy Donovan. Tiffany Weaver in the building. Remy in the building representing, holding us down. I think that was everybody. I'm just scrolling back. Yeah, that was everybody. Shout out to my panel as well. Chloe hold me down. Vince hold me down. This is Kandid Konvos. We do the show every Wednesday night, 8:30 Eastern Standard Time. We go live on YouTube and Facebook. So definitely like, share, and subscribe. For all my YouTube folks, hit that notification bell so you know when we go live or when we post new topics. Man, and everybody, I said, watching us, hit that like button for me. Likes are free. Hit that like button, and hit that share as well. We want to get these conversations to as many of our people as possible, because at the end of the day, we want to change our trajectory as a whole. We want to get us back together. We want to get us back in alignment with each other, man. We so out of alignment from each other. Bucking each other all the time, friction all the time, arguing all the time, back and forth. And we got to correct that. Yeah, we got to get us back together, get our relationships reestablished, man, get some marriages popping. We got work to do. So, man, definitely rock with us every Wednesday night on Kandid Konvos. But, man, with that being said, everybody have an awesome night, and we will catch you guys next Wednesday.